So we're just doing the space as is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. My God, what, like even right now, it's the configuration's so interesting, isn't it? This is what a waste of space this is. But it's just you can't beat the location. So this is predominantly warehouse space. They have a bakery business, so this is all going to turn into a manufacturing area and a bakery. We'll look at the flooring to ensure that there's no cracks, and if there are, we'll see if it's detrimental to the structure. This property has 28 feet in height, and it only has 20 feet clear because of your steel web joist lateral support. Okay, let's go to the mezzanine. So this area predominantly has a full warehouse area, and then as you can see, you come up to a concrete mezz deck. This particular property is going to allow our client to have a lot more office space than he did before. So when we're valuing a property like this, we're looking at the rentability of the entire building, and we'll look at the office ratio versus the warehouse ratio. And we also do that with the comparable sales to ensure that we equalize the comparables based on those ratios to make sure that the price per square foot is correlated between them through adjustments. The structural support is all supported by I-beams as well as steel web joists that run across, and it's generally a clear span design. This building was designed generally for warehousing. Concrete mezzanine decks cost a lot more to construct than wood frame, so there's value to having a concrete mezzanine. As you can see here, this is their boiler system. They have one main boiler. We look at the serial numbers, take pictures of the unit, and look at the age and life of it. As you can see, this site has a lot of land. So when we're doing real estate appraisals for properties like this, we look at site coverage ratio. And site coverage ratio is the footprint of the building on the site. Typically for industrial properties, site coverage ratios are usually 18 to 24%, depending on location and depending on use. That's how we determine whether or not there's excess land or additional land at a property. This property here is about 2 acres, and the building site coverage ratio is going to determine how we look at our comparable sales and the adjustments that we make to make sure we give the site full value. As you can see, the property has an exterior that's metal corrugated, and it's got a flat roof. And you can see here too, the site, we're going to ask questions like, is the site compacted? Compacted sites are where you can store heavy trucks and trailers. Typically storage properties have compacted sites, but you can see there's a lot of gravel here. It doesn't appear level right now, but we will ask the question to see if the site is compacted, as it does add more value to the site. Fencing costs quite a bit as well, and you can see there's barbed wire there too for security. You can see this property has 1, 2, 3, 4 bay doors. You can see here, this is a truck level door, and then you got 3 standard size doors that are drive-in. This is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 feet in height by 12 feet in length. Standard door size, 12 feet long. There's a little bit of damage on the door. When we're conducting a building condition assessment or an appraisal, we'll make sure that we tell the owner all these items that we can see visually and recommend either replacement or take into consideration some repairs that could be done. You're able actually just to replace just that bottom panel on these doors.